Yes, I have a life-changing program, and if you take it, you will transform your life, and yes, I guarantee the results. And now you want to know why I would say that and how I could do that, and I'll explain it to you. If you don't know me, my name is Roger Burnley, and I'm an intuitive empowerment life purpose coach, which says to you right away that I know we all have a life purpose. Now, sometimes it shows up in your life at different times. That's what happened for me as well. But we all have it. But we also have to become willing to accept it. We have to become willing to see it and embrace it. And it took me a long time to do that, but that was why I was given the program, because I needed to work through all of my fear and doubt about this so that I could help you. That's really what it is. So we each come into the world to develop something within us. It's given to us. It's innate. We all have it. And it's something that sometimes could make a difference in the world. And we all want to believe that, but I know that I have something that will do that. But it's not just me. It's you. You see, because the more of us who become who we're meant to become in this world, we change the world. I'm saying this because you can see, if you're coming into this now, it's 2022, you will know that we have moved through some crazy years and a lot of things have happened, and you're questioning what's going on. What is happening? Well, I knew what was happening because I was told. I'll tell you the story how I got there because I want you to understand what's in the program. I have done automatic writing since 1989. That's the earliest that I have the records of that. I did it every single day. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's a process where you will sit and meditate and allow information to come to you. You can hear it and you write it down. That's what it is. You do the same thing. Now, you may call it something different, but you've done it. When you were in school and when you were writing an essay, where did that information come from? When someone told you to make up a story, you're making it up. That's your intuition. You're creating something. Now, not all of us will work with that and develop it. I started to work with mine and develop it because I was moving through some really challenging times in my life. I've had many challenging times. I've had a lot of them. I've had a lot of disasters, a lot of failures, a lot of things that have gone on for me, and those are the things that also build your character and build your wisdom and knowledge, and that's what happened for me. But this time in our world is different, so you should be really happy because you happen to exist at a change in our civilization. That is what is happening. As you're looking at all of the different things occurring and thinking things are falling apart, I am saying, no, they're not. It's just a time for us to come together. That's really what it's about. And when I started doing my writings, I didn't tell anybody about it because I just used them in all of my work. I've created everything from it, but I know a lot of people can't accept that we have this ability to receive information, but we do, every single person. But we go to classes and take courses and work with coaches and do all of that, and all that is doing is really stimulating what is already within us. That's all that's happening. And I have been diligent about doing this work. So in 2020, I started receiving different information because I do these writings every single day. But then I started receiving this word called restructuring. And I go, what does that mean? And I was told we were having a restructuring of our world, which means there's a restructuring going on within you. All of us come into the world with something we're meant to live. We have our own individual DNAs, so to speak, and it's different. You're not going to be like your parents, like your siblings, like anyone. You are meant to become yourself. But we get confused with that because we attempt to be all of those other people, and then we can't get out of this box that we've put ourselves in. And then you don't become who you were meant to. You don't become empowered, and you're not living the life that you wanted to. So then what happens if many people do that over civilizations? Then we change the world because we're being taken advantage of, we're being subjugated. That's what happens. And you can see it all over the world. But then the universe says, let's change that. And so this is why we're having all of these events. And then I was told later that it was the United States would lead the way, which made no sense to me, but we're seeing that happening right now as well. Because I was told that the United States had the ability they said they were going to make things equal for all. We didn't do that. And so we had to change in this restructuring because the world was not going in the place that it should have been. And then we had to bring women into it because we have not honored women in throughout all civilizations. And if you study history, I won't go into all of that, but if you look back at history, you can see the changes that have happened over time. Big changes. And then there's certain times, if you really look, where civilizations have gone. They've just left because people didn't sustain themselves. And we are at that place in our lives right now. But I'm seeing, no, this is going to be great because the world's not going to end, but it's just going to depend on how long we take to own ourselves to cause things to be better. And how you do that is by owning who you are. And that's what this program is about, because you're going to go through these questions about who you are, because they're going to be divisions, and they're already occurring, and you're seeing them. And we have within us what we were meant to do. It's from our ancestors. It's from everything that we've brought into the world. But now we understand something else, though. We understand how we can create things in the world, because we know about quantum mechanics, which is a part of quantum physics. You know, when you understand those things, how things are created, you're only doing it through your thoughts. That's how anything is created. It's only energy. That's what it is. So if you are denying who you are, if you're judging yourself, if you're being really hateful and you're also doing that to other people, guess what you're putting into the world? Yeah, really dense energy that causes conflict. Or if you're deciding that you're going to get on with yourself and own who you are, discover what's within you, and let go of the judgments of yourself and of others, then you're putting something completely different into the world. So when I started receiving this information and I'm looking at what I was given, I go, this doesn't make any sense, except I do know that it works. Now, let me tell you how that happened, because I didn't know that I was given this program. And the one that I'm talking about now is 4 Weeks to Your Best Life, but it is part of a philosophy that I was given called Your Life Operating Instructions. And so this was the ridiculous thing. I said, how could I not have known that I had this? You don't know what you have. We never know what we possess until we start to delve into it, until we start to nurture it or bring it out or become willing to look at it. And it took me a long time, because I will never talk about things that I don't really know for sure work. That's just how I've been. I was a vocal coach for many, many years, and I did that with that work as well, and I do it with people in my life coaching, however you come to me. So as I'm receiving all this information, I knew that I needed to pull together people, because we were going to have a little bit of fear going on, which you've probably experienced. And so I needed to kind of bring things down. That was my job. And this program was going to do it. I'm walking down the street one day, this is in 2021, and I'm walking down the street and I hear very clearly, we gave you everything you needed to know in 2012. Now, I'm not going to go into all of that, but you can do some research and see that there were changes that happened in our world in 2012, and there were certain people like me who were privy to this information and were given this information so that we could help transition the world into where we wanted it to go. I was told very clearly, the information that I was given in Your Life Operating Instructions will help the individual move through this time and become their best selves, because you have it within you. We just need to go through the process. And I still doubted it, probably as you've doubted what you've been given. How could I have that? We all do that. I doubted it forever, but I had to test it. And so for a full year, I am saying this could not have happened. I couldn't be the one who have received this great gift. I was. Because then I had to test it. I said, let me do something. So in December of 2021, I put a bunch of people in it. I said, let's see what happens. And I was blown away, because they all transformed. They all changed. And I'm saying, how did this happen? And then I received more information. Well, you received information that was from everybody who came before. We have access to every genius who has ever existed. We have access to every great mind. And it's not just from reading books. You can get all of that. But we also have energetically connect to that information if we believe that we have our intuition. That's all. And so, but not everyone's going to do that. I was the one who did that, because I needed to bring this work to the world to help it become better. And I can, that may sound people, wow, that's really egotistical. No, it's not, because I know it's not me. It came through me, but I'm seeing people who are taking it transforming. And if I had more people doing that, what would you think would happen with the world? And that's what I'm doing, and that's why it's a life-changing program and transformational for you. And all you have to do is just get out of your head and start to believe that you have something within you that's just waiting to be evolved. That's how we live life. We don't come up to who we are immediately. As we move through our lives, we evolve. It's a step by step by step, and we all do it differently, but yours is unique, and it's valuable, and it's purposeful, and you're supposed to develop it and use it and bring it to the world. And the time you are supposed to do that is now, and this program will have you do that.